Chrissy, drop the gun!
Hello and welcome back. An unsub, who has exploited the epidemic to create a network of other serial murderers, poses the biggest danger yet to the FBI's top team of criminal profilers. The squad must track them down as the world begins to open up again and the network becomes functioning. Warning, spoilers ahead. In the first episode of Criminal Minds Evolution, the unsub began hunting and killed his first victim in 2005 on the West Coast. He abducted a guy who had attempted to sever his wrist before cutting the man's wrist for him. The unsub questioned him as to why he stopped cutting his own wrist. In 2022, on the East Coast, an unsub employed high-tech to break into a house and kidnap a young lady while wearing night vision goggles. Dr. Tara Lewis, played by Aisha Tyler, was requested to assist the local police identify a serial killer's hideout back on the West Coast. 16 dead remains from different decades were discovered. Luke was forced to keep things running while Rossi was on a case, so Tara asked him for assistance. Rossi predicted the murderer would retaliate, and he did. Luke and Rossi were requested to the scene. The unsub was developing, and it was ferocious. JJ joined the team to evaluate the situation. A bloody mess that was. The unsub spared the child while slashing the majority of the family and taking one of the girls. Upon arriving, Rossi shouted at Luke, saying that he still hadn't recovered from the loss of his wife a year earlier. While the abducted girl was in the trunk, a guy texted someone. He was seen relocating in the family's station wagon on the neighbor's doorbell video. Tara called Emily Prentice from the West Coast location and informed her of her concerns over the unsub. However, Emily was bogged down in paperwork while filling in for Rossi and working under a new youthful supervisor. Tara had a suspicion that the murderer had stopped because of the virus, making him stand out in a world where there was no longer any activity. The FBI located the family's automobile and stopped the driver, although he had just recently bought a car. He admitted to seeing the abducted lady when being questioned by authorities, but she insisted that she was okay. Chrissy Delaney, the missing lady, begged him to let her go in the meanwhile. Luke and JJ argued about whether to enlist Penelope Garcia's assistance back at BAU. He felt compelled to contact her for assistance since she had personally created a safe social media network where the lady had been targeted. Her work was completed by 4 agents, although it wasn't up to the level of her abilities. This time, Penelope was forced to assist. Rossi was confident that the murderer was over 40 because of the intricacy of his murders, while Penelope was convinced the unsub was younger. Chrissy was pushed into the trailer after the unsub took her there and showed her video of her family sleeping before they were slaughtered. After searching the social networking platform, Penelope and Luke came upon a discussion concerning Roy R.J. James. The group sped over to R.J.'s property. We heard a gunshot after Chrissy and R.J. got into a fight. Chrissy appeared with a pistol to her head. Rossi ultimately disclosed the passing of his wife to calm her down. By self-inflicted gunshot, R.J. had been killed. The FBI looked over his possessions and speculated that his footlocker tools and motivation were taken directly from a How to for Serial Murderers book. Knowing that their 2 instances were eerily similar, Tara and Rossi spoke. For his next student to locate, a guy named Elias Jasper Voigt buried another footlocker back on the West Coast. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and give us a like.